Welcome to our video. Our group name is Agile Minds Life Without Rules. So basically just be taking you through our world and how we how we taught or how we will be teaching the research methodology, which are the centers of onions. So first of all, the three buildings. We're going to start off with the research library, which is where we'll be teaching about the research philosophy and the onion of Sanders. So it comprises of two layers. So the first layer just basically describes or covers the research philosophy itself. So this is the first layer site within the museum. You can see the signpostings there, indicating that's the first layer. Just added some design. Can search for your books since this is a library. But as soon as you get there, you can see we're actually trying to teach the user as they go about the research philosophy onion of Sanders. And you can just get to see the types of philosophies that are found within the research philosophy. There's ontology, axiology, and epistemology. So as you move, you get to learn. As you move through the library itself, you get to learn about the research philosophy, the types. We're getting a bit in depth into each type, what it is, explaining how it works, and everything. So that's what you get within the first layer, which is over here where I'm showing you in the video. It's on this side of the research library. So as soon as you just keep on moving, keep on learning as you go, as you can see in the video. So that's part of the information that's there. We further go deeper into the philosophy itself, where you can get to learn about other aspects of it, and also getting deeper into the types, as I mentioned earlier on, ontology, and other relating types and headings towards it. So this all forms is all under the first layer, under the research philosophy of the Sanders of onion. So we're gonna move on to the second layer of research philosophy, which basically covers the approaches that you use. As you can see, that's the second layer. And as you move, you get to explain the approaches. There's a better in-depth explanation of each approach. Your inductive and deductive approaches. Get all that. A few examples of what we're talking about there. So you can just move through the library and get to learn as much as you can about these approaches. So this is the back of the library. So basically we are done with the research philosophy, and the approaches, the first layer and the second layer. So we'll be leaving the research library, moving on to a hospital. So basically this is where we'll get to explain okay, let me just walk through first. Let's walk through. Awesome. So this is our hospital. This is basically where we get to explain the research approaches that you find on the onions of Sanders. So that's the hospital. There's doctor strategy there. You can just right click on them and it'll explain, give you much more information. So you'll have to, as you've seen, we've got in the hospital, you have to go straight upstairs and you meet up with Dr. Doodle, I'm sorry. And you can just also right click on him, give you a bit more information, and then from there, walking into one of the rooms, this is where we actually get to explain some of the research approaches, like your case study. As you can read there, it explains the case study, which is one of the research approaches, and the other approach, which is choices. As you can see in the room, we have a lentil and a lamp and a torch, which is just trying to represent some of the choices that you can make. And you can see there on the board we try to explain what choices are as much as we can. So from there on, you can just go downstairs to Betty. You can just also right click on her, and she'll just explain all she's about. From there you can just go to that board, get a bit more information from what she was trying to explain. And then lastly, in the hospital, just to get to the archive, also explain a few information there. So that's it about the research approach. We'll be moving on to the maze. Haven't really figured out a name for it yet, but yeah, we're moving on to a maze. And basically this covers the number, this basically covers the time horizons and the techniques which are found in the research of Sanders. So we've made it in the form of a maze, just trying to make it a bit more engaging as you go. You can get to read the signs there as you walk along. So the signpost, just to make sure you're guided properly. We try to put a few obstacles, but then the obstacles are basically just there to try and help you learn or give you a thorough understanding of what you'll be taught before you actually get to learn about it. So by the time you actually get to the boards where they explain what time horizons are, you already have an idea based on the obstacles that you went through. So there's Mr. Research Philosophy there. He'll be teaching you about the time horizons, what it is, so yeah, just basically explains the number of times that one plans on extracting or collecting information while busy with their research. But the boards, they explain more information. So now moving on with the maze, now you can see we're on the top floor. This is where I actually get to explain the techniques under the research on Sanders. There's Dr. T there will explain a bit more techniques and procedures. It's basically just explaining making the right choices regarding specific techniques and procedures while you're busy with your research. And yeah, that's basically our world in a nutshell, and yeah, I hope you enjoy.